Hey everyone, and welcome to the No Nonsense Podcast. This is episode number 7, and with me is Jeremy Schneider and my brother Dalton Hayden.
Yo, what up, Dalton? What's going on?
What's up?
We got a noise machine.
We do have noise machines. Okay, we got a lot of stuff that we brought into the show this week. It might not be as exciting for you as it is for us, but Jeremy bought
LED strip lights that change colors and are super pointless, but
it kind of feels like you're at the movie, and then you kind of feel like you're at the rave.
I'll definitely rave.
Yeah, but
And it took about 20 minutes to set up, but it was worth it.
yeah, I said, well, hopefully Jeremy spends as much time on the show as he does these strip lights.
Oh, he is.
But we also have a soundboard that Jeremy is very trigger happy to use.
Oh yeah, dude.
Let's hear it.
We got everything. What do you want to hear? Oh yeah, baby.
So we don't have to hear Jeremy say something about Target.
Ugly, and you're ugly, and your mother ugly, and your sister ugly. You're just plain old ugly.
That's how I feel about it. That's what kind of mood I was in all day, though.
Yeah, I'm okay. A little bit earlier, Jeremy was just texting me acting like a total dick.
Wow.
I mean, you're being sassy.
I'm on my period, bro. Don't even come at me. But Dalton, thank you for making our podcast not sound like complete crap, and it sounds professional. And I got tons of compliments this week.
Thank you.
So you made it happen.
Yeah, we're really excited about the direction we're going in. Our interview this week actually didn't fall through, so sorry about that. You're stuck with us three again.
We're exciting, though.
Yeah, I'm excited for what's ahead for us. But anyway, thank you for joining the show. This is episode number 7. If this is your first time listening, we do a lot of fun stuff. We do fun facts. We do current events, sports, beer of the week, pizza of the week, music, movies, television, and all that kind of stuff. We also do a movie of the month. If you want to get connected with us, you can do so via Instagram. Our Instagram is No Nonsense Pod. Is it pod or podcast?
Instagram is No Nonsense Podcast. Twitter is at No Nonsense Pod.
Okay. And it says YouTube on here.
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't tell you this, so now's a good time to tell you. Our episodes, I guess if you're listening to it now, it's not going to be any help to you, but you can listen to them on YouTube now. If you search No Nonsense Podcast, don't search No Nonsense Show. No Nonsense Podcast. And you'll get you to our channel, and all the episodes will be on there now. Maybe eventually we'll have video of us.
We're hoping to have some video pretty soon.
But we're making big things happen. But
when you have a producer, the world is your oyster.
Oh, yeah. And to the YouTube.
Duh. Winning.
Stop.
We're winning, bro.
That's too early.
But, yeah, so also going off of the whole YouTube thing, I know I'm skipping down the list a little bit, but also we're going to be doing this whole T-shirt thing and whatnot with Dapper Apparel, which is Dalton's company. So make sure to check them out on Twitter. Dalton, what's the Twitter handle on that?
@official_Dapper.
@official_Dapper. Is Instagram the same or no?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
all the same.
Twitter, Instagram, check them out. We're going to have the T-shirts eventually through them.
yeah, and he's got a lot of fall stuff coming out. Sweatshirts, long sleeves, the
90s shirts,
the whole
everything,
gambit.
dude.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Check it out. I will again put the link in what you want to call it, a bio of the show? I don't know what it's called.
The
Description
the synopsis.
Yeah, there you go.
That word.
You got that from Part of My Take or something. But
No, that's just a word.
all right. Yeah, it'll be in there. But Dapper Apparel, check out his stuff. Check out our stuff coming soon. We're going to still give out a few of those shirts. Probably do one of those like favorite, retweet, follow for shirt. But we got good stuff coming. So
Yeah. And also, if you like the music that we are featuring on the show or talking about on the show, you can listen to on Spotify or Apple Music. Jeremy and I both like to share our music that we listen to. So we make playlists that we feature all the music on. So if you want to get connected with that, we tweet it about once a week. But if you have to do a little thumb scrolling to find it, it's on our Twitter at No Nonsense Pod.
Yeah, we do try to tweet out weekly, though. So, also, I know we've hit on this 3 or 4 times now, but it's very important to us that instead of just listening to the episode, if you're on the iTunes podcast app, I'm not just a podcast app on Apple devices, make sure you hit the little cloud and download it rather than just listen to it so we know that you listen to it. It helps us tremendously. We can keep track of how many listens we're getting, even like where the listens are coming from and stuff. So just help us out in that nature if you want us to keep on going and stick with us. But we appreciate the support more than you guys know we do. I mean, it's crazy that we still get 100 listens each episode, and we're 2 idiots and 1 smart guy just here putting on a show for you guys.
That's right. Yeah, we really do appreciate everyone that listens in. And it's funny, last week we did our show on Thursday, and I was getting a few texts that said,
Where's
hey,
the show at? Where's the show
is
at?
everything okay? Is the show still happening
Did you guys
this week?
die? Are you in the hospital?
So, yeah, we appreciate everyone paying attention because, honestly, we thought we were just going to be sitting in my basement talking to ourselves. So we appreciate you. Jeremy,
Yeah.
do you want to start with the flavor of the week?
Oh, man. I have debated all week what I should ask you, and I've narrowed it down to 2.
Okay.
First one is, what is your favorite Starburst color? I feel like I could lean heavy candy, but I don't really care.
I'm going to go pink.
Okay, that's what mine used to be. Mine's actually yellow now.
I like the yellow.
Hey.
You guys are monsters. The pink is the only option.
I like pink and yellow together.
Pink would be my second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a top 2. What's your worst? What's your least? My least is red. I think red's too
What?
flavorful.
I love red. It's red and pink for me. I hand everything else out. I don't even know what other colors are on.
I'm doing yellow, pink, orange, then red. I do miss the blue sour ones. You remember they made the sour ones?
I'm
for
not a
little
big
bit?
sour guy.
Never mind. Dalton, you like sour? All right, it must be a brother thing. But all right, yeah, that's my other ones is. So this one's kind of elaborate, so it's not going to be on our Twitter poll or anything. Chick-fil-A, Cane's, KFC/Lee's, and Popeyes. Those 4.
Chick-fil-A.
Is Chick-fil-A your number 1?
Yeah.
Number 2?
The rest of them kind of seem like fast food places, but you go into Chick-fil-A, you feel like you're in
I had Chick-fil-A today.
You feel like you're in a restaurant. And something about them closing on Sundays, like, that's a power move. Nothing says I don't care about your business like closing on a day where everyone wants you the most.
Did you see where they opened a Chick-fil-A in one of those football stadiums? But it's not even open on Sunday.
Oh, in Atlanta's football stadium, they built a Chick-fil-A in it, but they said that they do a bunch of other things there. So
That is hilarious. Yeah, they only played 2 games that aren't on a Sunday this
we
year.
have to hit them with a epic fail because it's an epic fail. You don't put a Chick-fil-A.
Lord.
Don't act like I can't have this power and not use it. But so you're Chick-fil-A, then what? I gave you it's Cane's, Popeyes, Lee's/KFC.
I'm a big Lee's guy. I like Lee's.
Ooh, so we got Dylan is Chick-fil-A, Cane's. No, Chick-fil-A, Lee's.
I said Lee's.
Dalton is. Were you Chick-fil-A first?
Chick-fil-A,
Chick-fil-A, Cane's. I'm with Dalton right now. Those are my top 2.
The other 2 I don't even eat.
Does Cane's fall to your third or your last?
I'd say Cane's is third.
And so Popeyes at the bottom of the table?
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one. I don't even want Popeyes to be on this in this suggestion. but
Yeah,
there's
it's
people
like
that
fried chicken, but like
It's gross. Their sides are gross.
Like if-
Everything's gross.
yeah, it's like one of those truck stop places you stop at like 2 a.m. and hope they're open.
I'm a big sauce guy, so Chick-fil-A having Chick-fil-A sauce and Cane's having Cane sauce and bread.
Exactly.
Does it for me.
I'm a sauce guy too.
We're both sauce guys. Dalton, you sauce guy?
Not really.
We're huge sauce guys.
Yeah, we're saucy guys. But I was actually sorry, was that really loud? Oh, but so I was coming up with the idea of maybe coming up with our own barbecue sauce.
What?
Not as a show, but like as a human being, I want to be able to make my own barbecue sauce.
Not the no nonsense barbecues. That'd be kind of hard to sell.
Buy our T-shirt and
Can
our
we sell it
barbecue
on
sauce.
Dapper? Yeah, if you get a T-shirt, you get a free sample of barbecue sauce with it,
We'll send a white T-shirt with a barbecue stain on it.
and you just gotta lick it when it gets there.
But no, I think it's really. I actually went to Firehouse Subs today, and I was like, you know what?
Of course you did.
All those sauces are so creative, and just to take something so simple and to make it different is
Bro,
cool.
that one lit us up.
Yeah,
We
it was
had
called
from-
Pappy's Hottest Ride.
Oh, Pappy's was hot.
Yeah.
Pappy's was very hot.
That's because there's a skeleton on it.
You know what I have to
Avoid
say?
any hot sauce with a skeleton on it.
You know what I have to say to Firehouse?
You are one pathetic loser.
I hate Firehouse. Dalton, are you with me?
I don't really eat it.
He hates
I don't think
then.
I've even tried it.
He hates it.
Okay, let's move on before I get frustrated.
Yes, I hate it.
And I don't have a soundboard to tell
What's
you
your
how frustrated I
off that? What's your flavor of the week?
Oh,
You are a huge nerd.
I really don't have one this week, so the fact that you had two kind of had me excited.
Oh crap! All right, I got one more for you then.
Okay.
Airheads. I had top 3. I couldn't even narrow it
The
down.
mystery.
Mysteries in my top 3. I take blue and pink and swirl them together and eat them.
Wow.
Life changing.
Yeah, the mystery, the white, but it can taste like anything. Kind of.
The blue. So I hate the freezes at Taco Bell. The blue Airhead freeze baller.
I actually saw something on Twitter the other day that said, like, bring back the Fruitista freeze. When did they take that away?
It's been a while.
The Fruitista, yeah, it like hurt my soul. I miss like having a Fruitista freeze and trying to drink it late at night, and like a strawberry is about to come through because you're like sucking real hard for that straw. Don't you dare get that soundboard out.
Sucking real hard for it, bro.
But yeah, you get that strawberry, and it's like the most satisfying thing in the world.
But oh, I lost train of thought.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Oh, I went to Taco Bell in Middletown with my boy Justin. They were out of Mountain Dew Baja Blast, out of Mountain Dew, out of Pepsi, out of like Sprite or whatever. They were out of everything besides their G2 low-cal Gatorade, pink lemonade, and root beer.
You
What?
can't have Pepsi and Sprite in the same place because Sprite is a Coke product.
What is Sierra Mist then? Whatever it is.
Yeah,
They were out
Mist
of
Twist.
it. Literally, it was insane. They're like, we're getting a... Oh, sorry, my phone vibrated. Oh. Well, that'll be good for when we come to sports. So
Okay.
let's keep moving on to Alec's fun fact of the day, which is Jeremy's fun fact of the day.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alec, I'm stealing the spotlight from you. You're so beautiful, little ginger that I love. So this time, this was all me, guys. All me. Jeremy Schneider. Quote me on it. Netflix. We all love it. All watch it. All stream on it. Started in 1997. Some of you probably were just now born in 1997, which is pretty funny. I was 2 years old, so I wouldn't even think of this. 2 brothers or friends were trying to find a way to send CDs and DVDs to each other through the mail without them breaking, and they popped the idea of Netflix. It didn't really take off till like after Blockbuster, after Hollywood Videos, all that, but 2017, bro, 20 years later, and that's all we watch movies on.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I remember Netflix was them sending out DVDs. That was like the big innovation, was them sending out DVDs. And then when they started doing the live streaming, it basically shut down every Blockbuster movie
You
gallery.
remember Blockbuster tried to hit us with the streaming, but it just didn't work?
Yeah.
Didn't your mind going crazy?
I think they tried to like mail out DVDs, which at that point it was kind of like too late.
Did you ever use GameFly?
No.
It was basically that they sent you a game, but the problem was you had to send the game out, they get it, and then send it back to you. So you were waiting almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, when you're waiting on snail mail, it takes forever.
We don't have to worry about that anymore. It's 2017. So that's my fun fact of the week. I know it's
That's a
probably
good
not
one.
as good as Alex. He's phenomenal and all that, but I just want to go ahead and throw it at you. So we're going to move on to current events.
Let's talk about your concert last week.
Hit B first. We'll get back to A. I feel like I've been talking.
Okay.
It's kind of a sad one.
Yeah,
but-
it's a little somber. The Houston flooding. I'm sure most people know about it. There's been a lot
hurricane. No,
yeah.
flooding based hurricane.
I think it's like a
A
tropical.
No, it was a hurricane.
Was it?
Oh, it was like a stage 4 hurricane.
Oh, okay. Well, it was Hurricane Harvey hit
Being a sap.
hit Texas pretty hard.
Real hard.
Between Galveston and Houston, it's flooded basically the whole city. But there's been a lot of good stories coming out to take away from all the political stuff that's been going on. It's been nice to hear some good stories about people that are dropping what they're doing and helping out in Houston. So
There was some crazy number about how much water's in Houston right now.
well, I guess a little tidbit. I went on a cruise a few months ago. I want to say in May, at the end of May. We flew out of Houston. Or we flew into Houston. We flew out of Houston. And when we were coming off our cruise ship out of Galveston and we were driving back to Houston, Galveston was like flooded from the rain. So they already can't. Basically, they're not really good with holding water to begin with. So adding a hurricane to it is just making it that much worse.
51 inches of rain already, and there's more to come.
Yeah,
That's like deeper than a swimming pool.
it's a lot of water.
And I've like seen videos of people on boats, jet skis. They're like water surfing.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they're trying to make the best of it.
But, I mean, we're not trying to tell you news that you guys don't already know. But
We just wanted to say, like, our thoughts are out for them. If you have money, text the Red Cross Harvey thing. It's like 90999 Harvey. You'll donate like $10. I mean, it might not seem like a lot, but it for real helps.
yeah, and I've seen JJ Watt raised over $5 million.
It's up to $10 million.
Yeah, he raised the stakes to $10 million, but I think he started with $1 million.
He hit 6, and I thought he blew it out to 10.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people doing a lot of good things for it. So that's the silver lining between it all, is that when crap hits the fan, the United States kind of steps up.
Yeah, we come together, even though
We start picking fights with each other when I think we get a little too bored. So
Yeah,
I think
everything-
it's a good thing to be there for someone when you need it.
all the racial equality, everything going on right now gets out the door when another brother needs help.
That's right.
It's good to see that we can come together and help one another out and it not last through that. So,
Speaking of coming together, you went to
I
your
went to
first
my
concert.
first ever concert. And I went exactly like I thought I was going to. John Mayer was literally phenomenal. It was like 5 chapters, so it was like full band, acoustic by himself, trio, which was my favorite part.
the
trio
jazz
was
band.
nasty. Band again, then he played the piano a little bit. Phenomenal. He did like 10-minute guitar solo on every song, killed it, played some new stuff, old stuff. Slow Dancing in the Burning Room was probably my favorite one he did. He did Gravity too. He did all his bangers.
Yeah.
That word's back. But I love John Mayer. Probably never going to go to a concert again.
Really? Why is that?
I have like a phobia of large groups of people, and there was a lot of people there. And on top of that, everyone was smoking weed, and I just wasn't about it.
You and Rachel took a really cute photo together, though.
Yeah, dude, we were dysfunctional, but in love.
If you don't go to another concert, then you guys can't take another cute photo.
She'll be okay. She can go with boyfriend number 2.
Okay. Well, either way, I personally, me and Dalton love going to concerts, and we stand in the back and we just observe. So we mainly go we don't go in there to throw a riot or get in a little.
You've been to Riverbend, though, right?
Been to Riverbend a few times for Warped Tour and for.
Those big metal beams are stupid. We were in the lawn.
Yeah.
So it's like stage under. It takes up like an absurd view. Like
That's amateur hour. You stand in front of a pole.
well, we weren't in front of the pole. I'm just saying it was stupid. They
Yeah.
could have done something, cover the whole thing.
Yeah.
But so like I could see John Mayer, but I felt like I watched the screen the whole time because he was so far away.
Yeah.
Which was another thing I didn't like. So I may try it against it in the actual seats.
Yeah,
But-
the seats are way better.
Okay.
Or go to a different venue. Riverband's kind of for the people that you want to sit on the lawn and just veg
Smoke
out.
weed, chill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. But so John Mayer, phenomenal. Concert experience was good because I was with my girl, fiance, sister, and her husband. But other than that, I wasn't about it. But check out John Mayer. There's a bunch of haters out there.
You ever heard of John Mayer?
No, never. But
We're
people
introducing
say
people to new artists.
People say he's like not good at guitar and stuff, and I'm like, you're literally. Oh, more breaking news, man! I'm like Adam Scheffner or something. I don't know. But so we'll move on from that. Concert sucked. Slash was baller. So I'll let Dill talk about the first section in sports.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford is officially the highest paid player in the NFL, which a lot of people have problems with, but the Detroit Lions have to cling to what they know, and they've had a decent quarterback for how long has he been there? 8 years?
He's really been there 8 years.
It's been a while. Matthew Stafford has been there for quite a while, and you never know what you're really getting out of the draft. So to get him to one of those deals, there's as soon as you type in Matthew Stafford, the first thing you see is he worth the richest contract in NFL history? But
I have something to say that.
Oh, come on!
Okay, what do you have to say about it?
I don't like it.
Why?
He's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to win you one Super Bowl, let alone multiple Super Bowls, the amount of money this dude's making, even though it's not all guaranteed, it's for the most part guaranteed. It's just a lot of money to me. I do like him. I have liked him. I've had him on my fantasy team before. I just felt like it was a lot of money. A few people's contracts are up this year. Aaron Rodgers, I think, Kirk Cousins. These guys are going to be making insane money.
He's only going to be the top paid player for this year,
and I just don't think he's worth it.
Okay, here's a stat. Remember 2008, the Lions went 0-16, which led to their top overall pick of Stafford. So he was the number one overall pick in 2000.
Are you about to say he flipped it around?
Well,
he did flip it around. I agree.
Yeah,
they've added. He's had Calvin Johnson. Golden Tate's a good receiver,
but they're kind of like the Bengals. Like they're okay with mediocrity. It's better than being.
That's exactly what they are. That's exactly what Matthew Stafford is.
But they're okay with mediocrity because they would rather be mediocrity than being like the laughingstock like they were before they had him.
That's fine. I'm just saying they paid a lot of money for mediocrity. Maybe making it to their conference championship. That's even pushing it. But pardon my take, they said the money would be worth it if they can get him to the conference championship.
Well, I think the money's worth it regardless, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, but so since we're talking about NFL, let me just hit on the NFL injuries real quick. So actually 3 people got hurt. Very significant people. One probably close to Dylan's heart. Julian Edelman tore his ACL.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
But I think the Patriots are going to be fine.
If you know
Chris
anything
Hogan.
about the Patriots,
yeah, it doesn't even matter.
It's next man in line.
If it hurts me because I like Julian Edelman. I think he's a baller. He talks a lot of trash, which I like. It makes me sad, though, that he's hurt. Spencer Ware tore his PCL, I think, is what he did, which is kind of a big blow for the Chiefs. But yet again, they have a guy named Kareem Hunt or something.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are over there scheming to kill me right now.
No.
Oh. But, yeah, so they have a backup. They'll be fine. And I'm really mad at myself that I can't remember who the third. Oh, Cameron Meredith for the Bears. He was going to be their number one receiver, and he tore. Did you see that injury?
No.
Oh, my gosh. My dude destroyed his knee, but it was an ACL tear, so Kevin White has to step up there now. They actually have a lot of older receivers. They have Victor Cruz, Marcus Wheaton, I think is his name. Dude that played for Kendall Wright, I think. Something like that. Yeah, Kendall Wright. So they just have all these guys that I guess maybe could step up. Kevin White needs to not get hurt and step up and be the round pick that they used like 2 years ago. So that he needs to step up. But those were 3 significant fantasy and just NFL injuries happen in like 3 days of each other. But that's the NFL injuries I have for you.
Yeah,
so.
It stirred a lot of drama with people complaining about preseason and everyone getting injured. I really don't have any qualms with preseason because it's mainly for people that are earning their spots. I get 4 games is kind of a long time, but at the same time, you kind of get to choose how many minutes your starters play. So
I think they should drop it down to 3 games or 2 games.
But football's not
honestly, you can get hurt whenever.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. It just sucks to get hurt and
preseason. Yeah, I agree.
But nothing's going to stop it. So
on to our next topic, boxing. Did you watch the Mayweather?
I watched it on the way home from the John Mayer concert, illegally streamed on Twitter.
Okay. Well, I watched it with some of my buddies. Dalton was there. We watched it at my buddy Devin's house. We bought the fight, and it was a good fight. McGregor came out throwing punches. He was very on the offense, just trying to get his way in there. He wasn't trying to conserve energy. He was in there to knock him out. And I've watched a few boxing matches in my life, but that was the most exciting one because it almost felt like an MMA fight because he came out trying to knock him out. He was
throwing some like hammer punches and stuff, which aren't really legal in boxing. But so I think I said I don't like Conor McGregor at all, but I will give him props for lasting 10 rounds. He wasn't fully prepared to go that whole 12 rounds. Floyd was there, got to, but also, so he like landed 111 punches, but at the same time, Floyd played I can't say played. Floyd fought completely different than he normally fights, and he was being way more attacking than he normally is. He's usually defensive, and he'll just like.
Well, he just didn't want to get it to a decision because
I kind of wish they just would have let him knock him out. Like, I wish he would have let the fight go on.
he was done.
Yeah.
Well, we were saying that like when we were watching it in real time, it was like he hadn't
You
thrown
could tell.
he hadn't thrown a punch in like a minute, odds minutes.
30 or something.
He hugged
minute
that
and 30
one. Yeah, he
like-
hugged him, and it was over.
Everyone's got qualms. Everyone that's a Conor McGregor fan says they should have let the fight keep going. Like
He would have gotten his.
he would have been in a wheelchair by the end of the fight.
He would have gotten his
So,
ass knocked out. Like,
It was responsible for the ref to call it when he did, but it was an exciting fight. I honestly thought it was going to be kind
McGregor
of
said that he should have let the fight go on, and he should because he knew he was going to get knocked out. So he said he should have just let him knock me out, which is what McGregor said.
He was stumbling backwards, and I mean the signs were there that he was done. It wasn't like he was going to put up a fight if the fight lasted another 2 rounds.
No, he hit him with a little, and it was over. Oh man, but yeah, people paid $100 each to watch this.
We're suckers. We fell right into it.
Someone told me restaurants were selling selling seats at tables.
B-dubs was $20 to get in the door for the fight.
What?
But
Wow.
you know, I heard what restaurants had to pay to get the fight, and they paid a lot of money.
Sorry, my mom texted me.
That's okay. But no, I mean, the
Just
restaurants
get
have to
friends,
pay.
4 friends, $20 each. Comfort of your couch, watch it.
We got a bunch of wings and some potato wedges, and we watched a fight.
Sounds like a fantastic time.
It was. Dalton got pizza though.
What kind of
This
pizza,
is
bro?
Dalton Wing guys.
Domino's.
Did you tip your driver?
We picked it up.
Okay.
We have the decency to go pick it up if we're not going to
I
tip.
should have just chased Eric down, gave him a big old smooch on the cheek. Oh, I'm not even going to go over to it, but let's move on from boxing to a beloved college rankings. We talked about this 2-3 weeks.
It's been a while.
When the sound sucked, you probably couldn't hear one of us. So tomorrow night, well, I guess so. You guys will be listening today. Is the Ohio State game? Ohio State, Indiana tonight at Indiana. Big
Expect
game.
it to be Ohio State runs it back on the opening drive, and the game's over just like that, 45-0. That's what I'm
Wow.
calling.
I'm going to say that the first half will be close. Then Ohio State will get comfortable, come out banging in the second half.
52-14, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine.
You say 52-14, and I say 42-0.
Yeah, we'll do that. But
Okay.
so that leads us to the AP polls. Alabama number 1, Ohio State number 2, Florida State. Oh my, I'm popular tonight. Alabama 1, Ohio State 2, Florida State number 3, USC number 4, which is kind of surprising me, but they have that quarterback Donnell, or what's his name? Do you know?
Darnell.
Is it?
Darnell.
He's
Hold on.
total California surfer boy, slick back hair, chance to win the Heisman, on point. I don't know.
He's a favorite to win.
We'll see. I was listening to someone. They're like, "This is the best."
Sam Darnold.
That's it. Best quarterback to ever come out of USC. Like, just saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So I guess we'll see. Clemson's still at number 5, and they lost Deshaun Watson. So that's interesting. Repping the Big Ten again at 6. Penn State over Michigan, bro. They have a Heisman possibility running back. I said that wrong. Their running back could win the Heisman. He's in the things, but
I see. I mean, it's hard to say because the Heisman favorite rarely wins the actual Heisman.
Oh, yeah,
because you always want, at least in college football, they always want someone that's new and exciting. They don't want someone that they expect to win the Heisman. So
I think it'd be cool to see Lamar Jackson go back to back. Because I doubt we'll ever. Because
it's
Eddie George only did. Is that who did it?
No,
Archie Griffin.
Archie Griffin.
Okay, one of them. But
from Ohio State, brah.
dude, they're basically the same person. I'm just kidding. I don't know that much sports history, so
Someone's gonna kill you for that.
I know. Good old Baker Mayfield and the Oklahoma Sooners are sitting at number 7. For some reason, I hate Oklahoma.
Oklahoma could have the worst recruit class ever, and they'd still be in the top 10, just because of Oklahoma.
We're not going to make it all of 23, but my Longhorns are at 23.
I had no idea you were a Longhorn fan.
I have been because they've sucked. last time that I was like super out about it was like Cole McCoy, Jordan Shipley, and all them. But
Yeah.
now we got my boy. I can't even say his last name right. Shane Buechele or something like that. He was a true freshman last year, slinging the ball. He's just got more experience this year. But they're at 23. I think they'll jump up a little above that. But wait on them. 2 years, they'll be back in the national title contention, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So just to finish off the top 10, we got Washington at 8, Wisconsin at 9, and Oklahoma State at 10. That's three
So
Big
three
Ten
Big Tens and the top
3
10.
Big Tens.
We got Oklahoma State, USC, and Oklahoma.
ACC, we got Florida State, Clemson. I'm really bad with.
The Pac-12 is
Pac-12, we got Washington and Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma's in the Big Ten.
and USC.
Oh, no. Oklahoma State's in the Big 12, too. Sorry. We're confusing you guys. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, Big 12. Big 10 is Washington, Penn State, Ohio State. ACC is Clemson and Florida State. And then the lone SEC school, the almighty powerhouse, SEC, you can go screw yourself. I hate you, SEC fans. Good old Alabama.
They
Why
have
are
a
you
pretty
looking-
big game week 1, don't they?
I think against Florida, maybe. I don't know. I'll look, but do you know? Did you just give me a bad look because I said something wrong?
No.
Oh. Yeah, but one SEC team in the top 10. Michigan's at 11, but
We hate Michigan.
yeah, we hate Michigan. Do one of you like the SEC?
No.
Oh.
I liked Florida when it was like,
Oh, they start against Florida State.
yeah, that's going to be a good game.
That's going to be crazy. Then they play absolute garbage teams until Arkansas
Until they
and
get to-
Tennessee.
yeah.
But
Which SEC is kind of weak anymore.
but
It doesn't have the recruiting that it used to. A lot of it's been shifted to Michigan and Ohio State and USC. Like if you want to play for a good football team, you either go to USC and you can live on the beach in Southern California, or you can go to Ohio State or Michigan where it's freezing cold and you know what you're getting yourself into. But you still want to play some good football.
Yeah, so the only surprising thing in that is only one SEC team. Of course, the Big Ten's on top again, but we won't elaborate on that. We're biased for the most part. So let's move on to the thing that I've been getting notifications about is this NBA trade we talked about last week. What you know about me? What you know about me? Yeah, so
Yeah, the NBA trade, there's been a lot of questions after Isaiah Thomas got his physical from the Cavaliers. There's been a lot of circulation that the Cavs are going to ask for more from the trade because of what they found from Isaiah Thomas's hip. There's rumors that they were going to ask for...
the rumors are not true. It got finalized, so let's see what happened.
So the rumors were that the Cavs were going to ask for Boston Celtics for the Boston Celtics first round overall pick. And so that's not true, but there was a bunch of stir on Twitter, and I, being the valiant Twitter warrior that I am, I defended the Celtics as best as I could. But
Okay.
Jeremy actually got a notification at the start of the show
My
about
three
it.
notifications. So, what it appears is Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder. I've never heard Zinc, Zinnick, Zizic.
I've never even heard that.
Okay, him. Brooklyn Nets first round pick in Miami Heat in 2018, and Miami Heat's 2020 first round pick.
That's more than enough.
That's just plenty. Even Isaiah's little hip issue. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we finally got that settled in the middle of this show. It won't be breaking to you guys tomorrow, but it was breaking to us, so that's pretty neat.
Yeah, so that's exciting stuff.
I guess that's really all I had to say about it, though.
It's really the biggest NBA trade. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened in the NBA offseason, which has been really exciting.
Paul George, Chris Paul.
Yeah. And it gives some...
This is top, though. Oh,
It's-
Gordon Hayward. They got Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving now.
It's given some levity to the NBA offseason. because normally it's like the NFL takes over in the off season. Baseball during the summer kind of gets a little bit of a lull, so you kind of rely on NFL and NBA off season. So it's exciting that NBA is taking over a little bit again, because I don't think there's been this much of a stir since Michael Jordan's been in the league.
Wow.
It's been that long.
I would say since LeBron was trying to make his decision on where to go.
But that was one person. Like, this has been a lot of moving parts.
It has been. I can somewhat agree, but that was actually a lot of sports for you this week, so we'll go ahead and move on to beer. I'll let Dylan talk about all this.
Okay. The beer of the week this week is the Municipal Brewworks Watermelon. It's a watermelon blonde ale. Municipal Brewworks is out of Hamilton, Ohio, and the brewery itself is actually carved out of an old fire station in Hamilton, Ohio, and they dedicated this beer that they made. They normally have the approachable blonde ale, but for the summer they did a watermelon blonde ale called the Watermelon because of a fallen firefighter named Patrick Walterman, who passed away in December of 2015, and
on the job.
Yeah, it was a house fire, and he fell through and passed away.
That's right.
Inside of the fire. So they named this beer after him. The story behind it is a little funny. He was at I don't know if it was a work party or he was at some kind of party, and he tried a watermelon beer, and he really enjoyed it. So his wife told that story, and Municipal Brewworks kind of ran with it and made a watermelon beer for the summer in his favor. So there was only a few more weeks left of it, so I thought we'd try it out before the summer ended.
Thanks, Dylan.
Yeah. So I would give it probably, I'm a little biased, but I would say an 8.7 out of 10.
This stupid remote's not working. 8.7 out of 10?
8.7.
Holy.
It's smooth.
So this is not to the fallen firefighter. I have much respect for them. I have much respect for Dylan for helping all of us and whatnot. This is to the beer itself.
Bummer.
I don't like it. But that's just because I don't like it.
You going to give it a number, or are you just going to say bummer?
I don't really want to give it a number.
Because if you say you don't like it, it means that you hate firefighters.
I can't say I don't like it. We'll just give it an O, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
so, Jeremy,
it's just I don't like
it's okay
watermelon.
that you don't like
So
it.
I'm just
but
not going to say anything about
I'm going to say something a little bit about it before we move on.
That's fine.
Proceeds of the sale of the beer will be donated to the Companions on a Journey Grief Support Group, which is out of Westchester. So the Walterman family actually got to pick where the proceeds went to, and they picked Companions on a Journey Grief Support, which is a support group for obviously families that have lost members of their family. So if anything, you go out and buy something that is a little bit meaningful and drink for a cause.
I'm upset my lights aren't working, but that was very... So proceeds, you got a growler full, which was probably expensive.
It was 64 ounces, which we normally buy 6-packs, so I figured it would be a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. You get to keep or was that yours already?
No, you buy the growler and you get to keep it afterwards.
Oh,
so.
I thought you could maybe take it and get it like
yeah,
filled.
you can. You can take it.
Oh, I thought you might
anywhere.
have took the one you had and got it filled.
I searched everywhere today for our growler, and I could not find it.
Is she gone?
It's gone forever.
But that's awesome though. I don't hate the beer. I could drink the beer again.
But you're just not a watermelon guy,
Yeah.
and I understand. But it also, I like saying that you don't like firefighters because it makes you uncomfortable.
It does. Because it's not true. I appreciate you, the EMTs, the police officers, everyone out there.
So to move on to a happier note, my boys, I talked about them a little bit last week. My boys, the band Brand New.
He was hyped about this, guys.
They are number one album on Billboard Top 200 as their CD Science Fiction tops the tally with 58,000 equivalent albums units earned in the week ending August 24th. 55,000 of them were traditional album sales, so only 3,000 of them were digital. That is crazy to me. Like, they sold vinyls, they sold hard copies of CDs. In this day and age, the fact that they sold 58,000 albums and 55 of them were traditional album sales.
That is crazy.
It's really impressive.
Because was that you telling me about, like, no, maybe that was actually me listening to the radio on the way over here, that, or that video or whatever, is that people just download music now and, like, stream music. It's just what we do.
It's the norm to not have, like, hard copy album sales, traditional album sales. But, Brand New's really found their niche because a lot of people want to listen to it on vinyl. A lot of people want to listen to it on hard copy CD because that's how they listened to them originally, because they've been around for so long.
The vinyl, I feel like, is coming back. People making record players, getting record players.
Yeah, I personally have my own record player upstairs.
Which is cool. I mean, it's cool to get that throwback up in here. So
Cassette tapes are coming back, too.
Are they?
Urban Outfitters, have you seen them?
Yeah. Well, a lot of the bands I listen to say, like, we sell our cassette tape. I'm like, who wants to bother hitting stop at the very end and then hitting rewind and, like, rewinding the tape all the way back?
I guess it's cool to have it.
Yeah.
Like, not actually.
It's like a hipster thing to do, is having a tape player.
I can get on board with the vinyl. I can't get on board with the...
I have a Frank Sinatra album on vinyl, and I swear it sounds like, it's kind of a cliche, but stuff sounds better on vinyl.
Especially if you got double setup, too.
Yeah. And I have it set up in my room. The Frank Sinatra's pretty cool, but listening to it on tape, I don't know the benefit of it.
I am happy for your band, though. You kind of broke that news first last week. You were talking all the hype about them, and they came through.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time in the waiting. Brand New's kind of thing has been to be in the dark. They're not super active on social media, so the stir has kind of been between all their fans being the pushing force to them being number one on the Billboard. So that's exciting stuff. Another news thing that I have for music is Angels and Airwaves. They had an album release in 2007 called We Don't Need to Whisper, and they re-released it this past week as an acoustic album called or an acoustic EP called We Don't Need to Whisper, and it's got a few of my personal favorite songs on there. So it's worth listening to. It gets you re-excited about the album that came out 11 years ago.
Do you think they sound like Blink-182 at all, or no?
So Angels and Airwaves is actually a breakup band of Blink-182, and
hold on, is it? I might be able to play us a little clip.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Keep talking for a second. I'm not sure if it's on.
But yeah, Angels and Airwaves is when Blink-182 went on a break in 2005 or 2006. One of the lead singers of Blink-182 came out with a new band called Angels and Airwaves, and they're very spacey. It's a very different sound from Blink-182. But
what there's 4 songs on here. Well, which one would you like us to get just a little sample of?
I would say either Do It For Me Now or Valkyrie Missile.
Valkyrie Missile sounds cool.
Okay,
we're good to go.
So yeah, that was a little bit of a snippet. Thanks for that, Jeremy.
Yeah, we're still working on this, but eventually this is going to be smooth as a pickle.
Yeah, it's a good thing to listen to. If you haven't listened to the album, it might get you excited about the album and go back and listen to it. But
of course, we'll add it to our
we'll add it to our Spotify and Apple Music playlist.
And the best way, so you can find it on the app or on like the Apple Music app. I don't know if it's with Spotify. It's kind of hard to search it. Definitely just try to go to our Twitter and find it. It's a lot easier. Just click the link and then hit allow to open, and it opens it up. But so the next one, or were you done with that? Or
yeah, I'm done with that.
Okay. The next one's actually the guy we talked about week 2 or 3, Cody Garrett, which is one of my friends. I worked with him and whatnot. He made a new music video to the song that I personally like best off the album, which is Outskirts, is I Want You. It's on YouTube. I think he's tweeted the link. It's on his Instagram, so definitely go check that out. That's by far my favorite song on his little EP. Go support him. He's still down. He plays in and a few bars in Middletown. But I'm sure he's working on new music. I saw he was in this past weekend in Nashville at like a do-it-yourself startup music company, whatnot type of thing. So I'm glad that he's out there doing big things, and hopefully we can get up there with him here soon.
Yeah, I watched his music video. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's not bad. That's all we had to say about that. Let's talk about how
Let's talk about sad music.
Let's talk about how Taylor Swift has literally gone off the deep end.
Yeah. You were talking about the hype train, about how you're really excited about Taylor Swift's new music, and
dude, it's been a year.
I listened to it, and I like halfway through the first chorus, I was like, Emily, turn it off.
It's been a year and a half, and I think she lost her mind a year and a half ago. This is like
it's not worth talking a whole minute about.
Dark Taylor Swift, like crazy, bashing Kanye, bashing Kim Kardashian, bashing Katy Perry. She's just out here roasting everyone. Supposedly, she clearly is.
Yeah,
it's just crazy how different it is compared to her other stuff. I thought we may even get like an old country album. Nope, she's going crazy.
But she's gone.
So that was our little tidbit.
She is gone. Don't you have anything to say about it?
Do you like old Taylor Swift?
I like old Taylor Swift.
I used to jam to like
I'm only me
Teardrops
when
on
I'm
my
with
guitar.
you. Come on, try and find a better song.
I mean, she used to put out a lot of great music, and Taylor Swift will say a little prayer for you. Hope you get better here soon. But
Well, she actually said in the song, like, the old Taylor's gone.
and she said the old Taylor's dead.
Dead. Yeah, dead.
She's
That's
crazy.
that's a curious way to say it. If you're going to be emo, go all the way out. Don't try and make a pop emo
I don't think
song.
she's emo, dude. I think she's
The old Taylor's
literally
dead.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
So, yeah, Taylor Swift, you made our podcast for about a minute, so congratulations to you when we're popular.
I'm pissed
and
we
whatnot.
spent over a minute on that.
Movies and TVs. Movies and TVs.
You don't have a segment for that?
No, I
on your
do.
little soundboard?
I do.
Target.
I do once we get a little farther down in here, but something I wanted to start off with is the show I used to watch as a kid with my sisters, The Seventh Heaven, had its
I used to love that show.
Oh yeah, I think everyone did. Had its 21-year anniversary for its first showing a few days ago.
Interesting. I have nothing to say about it. I have no idea what's going on with Seventh Heaven.
You don't like Seventh Heaven?
I've never even seen it.
Dalton, how'd you let this happen?
I have no idea.
Dalton and Dylan.
He must have been playing video games when I was watching
Something. I'm disappointed, dude. I may make you watch every season of Seventh Heaven, but I don't. There's really no good way to explain it. But I just want to say that 21 years. You want to talk about?
Seventh Heaven can finally go buy itself a beer.
Let's skip this next one. And wow, it can. That was a good one. I'm proud of you for that one.
Thank you.
I'm super proud of you for that one. But you want to talk about? We're getting there. Let's talk about the next one you have on there, and then I'll go back to mine.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim vs. World.
I really don't know what this is.
It came out in 2010, maybe, but I found it at a movie store and I bought it because I was really in love with Edgar Wright because he made Baby Driver, which I really didn't want to mention again, but I did it.
Oh, dude, it's
Yeah.
made every episode. I'm not mad about it yet, but
So-
it's made every episode.
Edgar Wright made this movie. There's so many people in it. I don't even know what to say about it. It's the most creative movie I've ever seen. It's based on a comic, but the way he films it is so cool, and I'll probably make you leave with it
Probably more
because-
creative than Dark Tower.
Yes.
I feel
It had my attention the entire time. It's the same way a Baby Driver, where like at the very end you're like, oh, this is where it's going, and then it just doesn't go that way at all. It takes its own route, and I love it. So Scott Pilgrim vs. World, I watched it this past week. It's about 7 years too late for me to get on the hype train about it, but it's good.
check it out though. So let's jump up to mine that came out in 2017, which is the year we're in. 2017. Okay, me too. But so I watched with my friends Going in Style, and I thought it would be more popular, but it hasn't. As I look at it, it did not get a good Rotten Tomato or IMDb score. But it has probably my favorite actor of all time, or definitely top 3, Morgan Freeman. I don't know how you don't love that man's voice or anything about him. And then Michael Caine which you guys know who that is. He's
Alfred in the Batman
and
trilogy.
he's in the Now You See Me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Now You See Me. So is Morgan Freeman as Willie, Michael Caine as Joe, and then Alan Akron, another older guy. His name is Albert. Should I drop spoilers or no? Basically,
I wouldn't drop spoilers.
they were in a bank, wanted to rob a bank, goes on, they learn, whatnot. I thought it was better than a 46% on Rotten Tomato. I definitely thought it was worth the watch.
It's hard for comedies to get anything higher than a 50%.
It was I personally thought it was funny.
Yeah.
It's only an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Shorter movie, so that's all I have to say. I liked it. It was good.
And it's also directed by one of my favorite people, Zach Braff of Scrubs.
Oh, really?
He plays JD on Scrubs. But yeah, he directed that movie.
Well, that's all I had for that. But here's what I've been waiting for this whole show. And we're going to move into
Scary movie season. You love that soundboard.
That last one was a clown, and it kind of scared me. I didn't even see it.
It kind of sounded like the Joker.
I need to pull that up real quick. But so yes, we've been talking scary movie seasons back, but we have a rundown of all the scary movies coming out.
Yep.
But so all the scary movies coming out is we got a tweet from Dion Freeman, and we're going to give you this list. Okay, to start this list off, it's going to be the movie that I'm probably never going to watch. It releasing on September 8th. So
That's going to be a good one.
A week away, it seems like.
If they wouldn't have done that little preview before Annabelle Creation, I probably wouldn't go see it, but I'm actually really stoked to go see it.
I'm not. So that's September 8th, Dill. September 26th, what we got?
September 26th is really close to my birthday, but it's going to be Jeepers Creepers 3.
Jeepers Creepers.
Which I've never seen any of the Jeepers Creepers, but maybe.
I didn't know they were on a third one.
But that's what scary movie season's all about, is going back and watching crappy scary movies.
October 20th.
Going into October, we have The Cult of Chucky on October 20th.
Cult of Chucky. That just sounds scary.
I've never seen any of the Chucky movies as well, but
little redhead doll thing kills a bunch of people. But so also, we have 3 on October 20th.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Leatherface also on October 20th, which is about I'm assuming this guy, it's those faces on top of his faces. I know someone at work was watching the preview to it, but
it's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, yeah, basically. And then also October 20th for the third. These 3 scary movies coming out on the same day. Snowman? You heard anything about that?
I haven't heard anything about Snowman.
Let's look this up real quick. But I don't really know how Snowman's a scary movie. But we're going to look it up.
It's based on a novel.
That kind of looks scary. I don't like that.
The premise is... Okay, I'll read the premise real fast. When an elite crime squad's lead detective investigates the disappearance of a victim on the first snow of winter, he fears an elusive serial killer may be active again. With the help of a brilliant recruit, the cop must connect decade-old cases to the brutal new one if he hopes to outwit the unthinkable evil before the next snowfall. That actually sounds kind of interesting.
Kind of sounds like the same old scary thriller that kind of happens in every other scary thriller.
Well,
but we'll give it a watch. And finally, finishing October 27th.
Jigsaw. Not excited about that. I haven't seen any of this. I saw maybe Saw 1.
Oh, is that what it's part of?
Yeah, Jigsaw is part of the Saw series. Like, I'm sure it's like how Jigsaw became Jigsaw. Sure? I'm pretty... Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It doesn't look like it goes along with it. I don't know. I'm not about this one either. I'm not about scary movies, so...
Yeah, dude, it's about a tape. Come on, it's Jigsaw.
Okay. Isn't Jigsaw is that to do with the swirls on his face?
Yeah.
Yeah, nope. Don't do that because it reminds me of clowns.
But anyway, scary movie season is really exciting.
Enough of that.
Maybe we'll go back and watch some. I always know Jeepers Creepers is pretty crazy. Children of the Corn, all that kind of stuff. So going into, we'll have more movies of the week going into September and October.
Oh, Dalton, what do you got for us?
American Horror Story starts Tuesday.
Ooh, what a better way to start September than,
I saw a preview for it. Looked pretty crazy.
what's it going to be? Do you know?
It's called Cult.
Oh, child.
Oh man.
The preview, there's a couple like political things, so I'm hoping it doesn't get political. But,
Right.
Okay.
But it looks pretty scary. There's clowns. I don't know
Well,
if you
probably
like
not
that.
going to be watching it. So, hey, thanks for adding that in there,
I'm
though.
into AHS, so
Yeah. What?
He'll be our AHS guy. You got to watch it weekly and tell us what's going on.
I will.
To round it off, though, I heard something crazy about the Blue Avatar movies. They're shooting 3, 4, and 5 all at the same time. Swear.
There's a second Avatar?
They're making a second one and shooting 3, 4, 5 at the same time they're shooting 2.
Are they just going to...
It's going to still come out in order, but I'm saying that I looked it up. It's legit.
Wow.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Avatar, explain to us why you do this.
That's what James Cameron's doing.
Quick note, I'm like 4 episodes into Game of Thrones. Didn't start Riverdale yet, so. But, yeah, so if you weren't here last week, Dylan's very disappointed in me. I'm not going to play noise for him.
You're lucky I don't.
suck.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Jackass.
Oh,
I didn't know he was going to say that, but yeah, you are. You're a jackass.
okay. But movie of the month that we're going to talk about in 2 weeks is Superbad,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
That's what we talked about last week.
Yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of putting something. We said that a week ago, and we're going to be saying it 2 weeks from now.
No, last week I said 3 weeks. This week I said 2 weeks. Next week I'll say 1 week, and then we'll talk about it. Then.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you watch Superbad, because I've got it memorized.
I'm going to watch it. The only one I didn't watch was whatever the first one we did was.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I watched Hercules, so yeah, guys, that was another show in the books for you with my 2 lovely co-hosts and producers. You guys are phenomenal. We make it happen.
Dalt, episode 2 with us. How do you feel?
Feel great.
You have a lot of fun? Are you having fun?
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
You like the addition of the LED strip over here, or
Yeah,
what's
so
up?
nice.
But that's it for you. We gave you a rundown of everything we normally talk about. Nothing out of the blue. We don't have any updates on this interview yet. He's a busy guy, so we'll get him when we can get him.
Yeah, we might have a bonus episode before next week. So
We're still in the works of bonus episode, or maybe having like a guest on next week. We are going to try our hardest to have a bonus episode or guest. One of
with
the two.
NFL preview, some preseason.
Yeah, because NFL
predictions.
starts a week from tomorrow, bro.
So yeah, we're really going to try and have a bonus episode next week that has some that is just exclusively NFL, so we can get really in depth about the NFL stuff. So
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening, and that's all we got for you this week. So.
everyone have a good week. Thank you for episode 7.
See you.